Hey, good morning, guys. It's Monday morning, so we're back with another round table talk. I'm Dakotah Courtney, and this is
Bubba Smith, and we're here with Ben for Randolph County YMCA.
Ben. How long have you been associated with the local YMCA?
Just about 5 years. I'm an educator at heart. Was at the Moberly School District for 4 years. Went to Hannibal and taught for 3 years, and then came back, and now I'm at the YMCA.
So, being an educator, you were probably always tied in with the youth. What are some youth outreach programs that we can look for at the YMCA?
So we've got several programs that serve our area youth. We've got sports programs. We've got flag football, basketball, youth cheerleading. 2 seasons each of basketball and football, cheerleading with all of those seasons to go along with it. And then we also have our before and after school care program with our Y Kids. We got Y Kids summer camp coming up. Just a lot of ways for youth to get involved, including swim lessons and things like that.
A lot of ways for the youth to stay active and involved in the community.
Absolutely.
Who are some of, if there's a parent out there that is interested in getting a kid in that but doesn't necessarily know how, who can they reach out to kind of get some more information?
So we've got several staff that are overseeing different programs and everything. If they want to get involved in the youth sports specifically, our Healthy Living Director, Joe, that's who they would get in touch with for that. Swim lessons is going to be our aquatics coordinator, Rachel. But yeah, and then our Y Kids program director would be Leanna.
And can they just call up to the YMCA and talk to the help desk and get kind of directed on call from there?
Yeah, absolutely. So our welcome desk is the first kind of person that you're going to come in contact with when you walk in the door, when you make the phone call. You're going to talk to somebody from the welcome desk, one of those staff members, and then they'll point you kind of in the right direction of who's the next person to talk to, who's directing specific programs, how do you get signed up for memberships, and things along those lines.
Is there any specific things in the wires coming up with school closing that's going to be a good outreach for the youth?
So we've got a couple of things that are pretty big going on. One thing that starts up every summer is going to be our Y Kids summer camp program. Again, Leanna Taylor's done a great job directing that. In the past, she came on about a year ago. In fact, her 1-year anniversary is probably coming up here pretty soon. So, but she's been here about a year. She got her feet wet with our summer camp program last year. Did a really good job of building our before and after school care program over the school year. And now we've got summer camp coming around again. She's really got a good heart for kids, really organized as far as the curriculum goes. It's not going to be your typical, just drop a kid off kind of more daycare type stuff. Mm-hmm. It's themed weeks. It's going on little mini field trips around town, stuff like that. I mean, it's really a good curriculum that she's got set up for that summer camp. And then we've also got our summer feeding program. Caring Communities did a good job feeding our community and doing that over the past, and they handed that over to us. And so we took that over, and we're preparing to package and feed thousands of meals over the couple months of the summer. Yeah.
Is there anything that the community can do to help the Y?
I mean, there's always things that the community can do to help the Y. My mindset is more of how the Y can help the community so that the community then feels like giving back to the Y it holds value. There's going to be a worth there, right? So we have to communicate to our community first. What is our identity? Where do we see need? How do we fill those needs? So that the community then says, okay, if I contribute, if I volunteer, if I work with the Y, this is how that's going to be then put back in our community. So that's the main focus, is how can we help the community first, and then how can we communicate to those people a way that they can give back to the Y, and it just comes full circle.
A great example of kind of the Y making some upgrades is the new gym. We saw I'm assuming saw Facebook pages the upgrades that you guys have done in there, which
Sure.
it's night and day different to how it used to be.
Yeah.
What are some upgrades that people can expect in there?
Yeah, so about a year and a half ago or so, we put out a survey to our community to make sure that we were just kind of getting an idea of what some things were that we needed to do, how we could improve as a YMCA. Putting out an annual survey is something that we strive for. We want to make sure that we're always in tune with how we're doing. And one thing that came up over and over again was just the facility and needing to upgrade equipment, needing to take a look at other facility upgrades, and the main focus ended up being our fitness center. So that is the main way that we attract members to our facility. We found out through other data that the biggest use of our facility is through that fitness center. And so if you're not continuing to upgrade that fitness center, then you're going to start losing people. And so we took a look at that, and what started out as maybe we're going to replace a few pieces of equipment here and maybe wait a little bit and replace some other pieces of equipment later on, we just decided to go big and thought about flooring, paint, doing some other things as far as the aesthetics go, replacing all the equipment. From the old fitness center to the new, we only kept a couple of newer pieces of equipment, and then our dumbbell set. I mean, that's the only thing that came over from the old fitness center. So yeah, we like how it turned out. I feel like we've gotten good feedback from the community, and like you said, it really is night and day difference from before. But if we weren't gonna come in and be strong in that and make a big impact, we were gonna start seeing people walk out the door, and we just didn't want to see that happen.
Is there a stage 2 in progress or down the road?
I'm not quite sure what stage 2 might look like. I know that we're always wanting to make progress. Stagnant thinking it's a cause for failure all the time. Like, you got to keep moving forward. You got to keep improving. You got to keep touching base with your community members and your donors and people that really contribute to the YMCA. You got to make sure that you're in tune with what they want and what they want to see, and that you're serving your community and the different needs that the community has. So any way that we can do that to improve is what we're going to look at. We've got some facility maintenance stuff that we need to get going on, just different things in a almost 20-year-old building that start to go wrong after a while. We've got some pool upgrades that we're looking to do during this summer, like replastering the pool and regrouting the tile in the pool. And we've already done a lot with the pool already up to this point. So just things like that. Some roof leaks that need to be addressed, some, just cosmetic type things, general maintenance, right? So I wouldn't necessarily call that a phase 2 as far as building improvement goes, but definitely stuff that needs to get taken care of. Things that are always on our mind are things like, how can we expand? How can we grow? How can we really continue to make an impact in the community? And so those are always things that we're brainstorming and thinking about.
We've went over, quite a bit from youth outreaches to improvements to what you guys kind of got planned, and
Sure.
pretty much what your guys' mission is as a whole for the community.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a Facebook page, a website that people can go and find phone numbers to reach out to find, just any information about the Y that anybody may have?
Yeah, so anytime we've got a program coming up, we try and get things out on Facebook. We try and also, post things throughout the community as well, whether it be dropping off flyers at different places, putting stuff in Friday folders with the kids, and take home from school. We're also looking towards doing things like radio advertising and stuff like this. I mean, this is great for us to be able to get the word out a little bit. Our website is just randolphareaymca.com. Phone number is 660-263-3600. Like I said, you get in touch with the welcome desk. They kind of point you in the right direction on where you want to go from there. But we've got some great staff that work at the Y. Jamie Clevenger's over our membership department. She's a good staff member to get a hold of for any of the membership questions or the financial assistance questions. We've got Leanna Taylor, like I mentioned earlier, that's over our Y Kids program and summer camp, and she's also taken over the summer feeding program too. So she wears a lot of hats. Joe Hewlin is our healthy living director. He's the guy that you get in touch with if you want to get involved in the youth sports or adult programs or fitness classes or things like that are going on. Then you got Rachel Watson, who's over our aquatics department. So she takes care of the swim lessons, the swim team, lifeguard trainings at the Y, different ways to get involved with our aquatics department. Just a really quality, solid staff there that oversee all those different things.
Is there membership programs and stuff that the communities know about for scholarships or giving, or say that we have children that we know that maybe can't afford to come out, but yet there's a scholarship program? Can you just touch briefly on that, please?
So we have a scholarship program, a financial assistance program. In 2023, I think I calculated that we gave away, I wouldn't say give away, but discounted memberships, discounted fees on youth sports, Y Kids programming, things like that, to the tune of about $95,000. A lot of YMCAs, they'll do an annual giving campaign. That's something that we're gearing up towards as well, so that we can essentially replenish that scholarship fund and put money back into our community. So ways that we're going to do that is through our campaign program. I'm going to be putting out a lot of information about that coming up, and so that's the best way to give back to the Y is by sponsoring and giving towards that campaign. So look for more information on that. You can talk to me directly about it. I'll be going out in the community, setting up meetings with people and talking with people about ways that they can give back to that. So anybody who qualifies for those scholarships can get their membership rates discounted up to 80%. They can get before and after school fees discounted up to 50%. They can get youth sports fees discounted as well. I mean, it's just a way for the YMCA to get to a point where you're not turning anybody away from using the facility, because as kind of the central hub of health and wellness in the community, you don't want to turn anybody away. It's not just about physical health. It's about mental health, social health, emotional health, spiritual health, all those things coming together in one building. And so we don't want to turn anybody away from those opportunities. So we'll discount it. We'll do whatever it takes to get you in. And if that means we've got to give you a rate that is affordable for you, if you qualify for that, then we're happy to do it. But at the end of the day, we still have to make sure that we're taking care of our building, our facilities, our staff. And a great way to do that is to be able to give back to the Y through the campaign efforts.
Well, it's been great talking to you this morning. It was a pleasure to learn more about the Y and kind of what they do for the community.
Absolutely.
And, if anybody out there has any questions, you made it obvious that you can just call up there. Anybody up there would be glad to talk to anybody, kind of help out and put them on a path to find what's right for them. So,
well, if you are out there and you're looking for something to do or something to go see the Y. Go talk to Ben about the upcoming campaigns. Ben, it's been an honor.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.